Hi, welcome back. If you're an oldie but goldie, come on in and get comfortable. You know how it is around here. If you are new, my name is Louise Pentland. I make videos about motherhood and lifestyle, and I upload every Sunday at 9 AM and every Wednesday evening. And today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I always think Q&A videos are quite nice if you've got a task to do, like if you've got to sort your wardrobe out, or if you're chopping veg, or you know, you're just doing something with your hands and you just want something to kind of have on in the background. This might be a good video for you. Big apologies for sounding very bunged up. I've had a cold now for about a week. It just won't leave me. I think maybe it's my new friend and it's just going to live within me. Maybe it's my Patronus. You know, I think it's just here forever and it will just walk alongside me, kind of niggling at me. So apologies, and let's just crack on with it. So in no particular order, do you still go to church? No, I don't still go to church, which really plays very heavily on my heart. I used to go to church quite regularly, and I would still call myself a Christian, but I started to find it quite hard to really, when I do something with my whole heart and I go all in. I'm like 100% or nothing kind of a gal. And there were things within Christianity, within the Christian faith, that I absolutely loved, and there were things that brought me so much peace and joy, and there were some things that I couldn't get on board with. For example, there's, like, just off the top of my head, their views towards gay people, their views towards people not being married, and am I living in sin? That one was really hard for me to grapple with. And also the Bible's view on women being helpmates to their male partner. So I found those topics quite difficult, and I don't know, there were just a few things that I felt like I didn't sit right with me, and I couldn't work out what the right answers were for them. And I would like to go back to church because I like the experience of it, but I started to question whether I was just going for like the warm fuzzies, and because the people are nice and it's a nice thing to do and I like singing the songs and I like the environment, or whether I was going because, you know, my whole heart was in having a relationship with God. And I don't think that's something that I can answer really quickly, and I don't think it's something that I'll just decide the answer to one day. It's definitely like a slow burner kind of a thought process. So no, I don't still go to church. I do still believe in God, and I do still talk to him in my mind, but those topics I don't know what to do with. What's your biggest goal for personal and professional life next year? So my biggest goal for my personal life is that I really want to renovate. So I really want to do the bathrooms in this house, and I would love to change around the kitchen a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to have the funds to kind of redo the entire kitchen, but maybe change the paint colour or something like that. And also, I have to keep pausing to cough. Also, one of my rental properties is becoming vacant. The tenant is moving out. They've bought a property of their own, and rather than just put it straight back on the rental market, I'm actually going to do some work on that house, because when I bought it, it was a little bit old lady chic, shall we say, and I think it could do with a bit of a facelift, and I am thinking about vlogging that experience. I know I mentioned recently that I bought a cottage and I rent that out, and I really did want to document kind of the journey of that, but they moved in, and obviously I'm not going to go around to someone's house and like vlog in their house and make a big thing out of it. But this one will be vacant, so it won't be anybody's home. So if you would like to see the process of renovating that, let me know. I would like to talk more about this side of my life. It's something that I do. So yes, that would be my personal goal. And then my professional goal is I would really like to be doing some more mainstream media work, traditional media, so that's magazine, radio and TV. I've really pushed forward with that this year and feel very pleased with how that's gone, so I would hope that that would continue. Any more babies? I've had this question a lot. I don't know is the answer. I'm leaning towards no. I'm really happy with life as a 4. I feel very full, like a full heart, full hands. I feel content and whole, but I did say that after, oh, a rainbow. I'm sorry, I got very distracted then. Yeah, I said that after I had Darcy that I wouldn't be having any more, and then clearly did. So never say never, but it's not in my plans for next year. What is your strangest pet peeve? I really don't like the sound of people's mouths. You know, when people are talking and they need a drink and they're like, when they're talking, or if they get a little bit of like white in the corners of their mouth. I can't, no, not for me, thank you. It just really, I'm just like, please, 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 like have a drink or some gum or go away. One of these. So that's our biggest pet peeve. I'll be really interested to know what yours is, because I think that's always an interesting one, like what grinds your gears. Let me know below. Do you get recognised a lot when you're out, and if so, how does it affect you? This is a really interesting one because I don't think I've talked about this online before, and the answer is yes, I do. I would say that it doesn't super affect me anymore. At the beginning I was like, what is this? But this has been my thing now for quite a few years, so I am quite used to it. Sometimes it startles me. I've had people like come up to me from behind and be like, hi Louise, I'm like, when I wasn't expecting it. So that's never a great start to a conversation, but generally I think that the people I meet are really nice, and I think it's a positive, and sounds really cringy, but I feel like it's a blessing to meet so many nice people, and that people want to take the time out of their day to come over and say hello. That being said, I do always think it's much nicer if people are able to come over and be like, hi, I watch your videos, or hi, I follow you on Instagram, or hi, I read your books, or whatever it is, because I think sometimes people forget that I don't recognise their face. They recognise mine, but I don't recognise theirs. So I think it can feel like we have a very friendly relationship. I'm saying this because I've done this to someone where I've been like, hi, and then we're like, oh, you don't know me, I really like what you do. So I much prefer it when people kind of just do a one-line introduction, rather than occasionally you get people that just come over with their phone out, they're like, can I get a selfie? And like, let's say hello first. So 99% good, 1% sometimes think, oh, perhaps they were a bit nervous, or perhaps they felt a bit anxious coming over. So yeah, that does happen. Do you have any tips for being a little more body positive when you're having a bad self-image day? Yes. My number one tip is to remember that you care more than anybody else. So for example, I don't like my stomach. Most of my body I'm like, yeah, you're pretty good, but my stomach I always feel very conscious of because it's very wobbly and I just don't really like it. But I always remind myself that nobody really cares about my stomach. I don't care about other people's stomachs. Like, I can't think of a single friend now that I'm like, oh, haven't, you know, such really nice girl, awful stomach though. Like, nobody really cares. When I'm walking out and about, do I look at people and think, ugh, look at her thighs? No, of course not. So remind yourself that it's just you, that it's just like the little demons like saying horrible things to you. Just say, get in the bin, demons, nobody cares but you, and get on with your day. And I know that is much easier said than done, but if you can try, and even if you elevate yourself 1%, it's worth it. Okay, so our next one is, did you suffer from the baby blues after birth? I'm currently a new mom and struggling a bit. I will tell you to seek help. Talk to your friends, talk to family, talk to a midwife, talk to your health visitor. It is so normal to feel down after having a baby. I had PTSD after having Darcy, which was misdiagnosed as PND, postnatal depression, and I wish that I had spoken out more. So I congratulate you on telling me. That was a big step just to write it out, but do speak to those around you in real life and seek some support, because there's a lot out there. I'm sending you big loves. Okay, how did you manage dating as a single mum before meeting Liam? It was quite easy really, because I have split custody with Darcy. So I have Darcy half the week and her dad has her the other half the week. So I would just arrange dates on when she was over there. So it didn't affect her at all, because I didn't want her to know that I was dating anybody. I didn't introduce her to people. So I quite liked it actually, because I felt like I was living this kind of double life where half the week I was like very mumsy and doing the school run and, you know, arts and crafts with her, and then the other half of the week I was like wearing frilly knickers and perfume and going out and having a great time. So I would just say divide your time if you can. Don't involve your children in it until you're absolutely certain this is somebody that is going to stick around for a while. And enjoy it, because you deserve to date and you deserve to be happy and to find love, or just to find some good times. Just because you're a mum doesn't mean that you're not entitled to that or not worthy of that. So get yourself out there and have a good time. This one I got a lot. How do you identify which cat is which? Okay, so I have 3 cats. I did have 5 cats. I've had a few questions asking where the kittens have gone. I feel like I've answered it in lots of places, but maybe not everyone has heard. The kittens, I had Cosmo and Venus, have been rehomed. They were rehomed in May, and I feel a bit heartbroken about it, but they weren't the right fit. Basically, they didn't get on with the children. They didn't like Pearl at all. They found it really hard having babies around. We have a lot of children here all the time because we have cousins and family, and they were very nervous of the children and then would lash out and scratch. And I thought, there's no way I can keep the 2 separate because they live in the same house. And I did think for a while, could we push past this? Could I train them? Could I kind of like force them to get used to it? But it's not right, it's not kind. So I've rehomed them to a couple who don't have children, and obviously I'm sad because I really loved those kittens so much, their little paws. But it was the right thing for them to go and live a happy life elsewhere. So they are sadly not with us anymore, but happy somewhere else. And we still have Rocket, Orbit and Milky. So Rocket is my big beefy boy. He's the biggest. You can tell him because he's big and he's got a jibbly furry belly that like wobbles when he walks. Sorry, Rocket. And also when you touch his head, it feels like velvet. Milky is more grey and he has really defined stripes on him. And then Orbit is silky. When you touch his fur, it feels silky, and he has a black back, and that is how you tell. Where is the floral pink top you wore on your second day at Disney? It was not a top, it was like a smock dress thing. It was from ASOS, and I will link it for you. If you could live nearer to Marie, would you, or does the distance make your friendship so special? If I could live nearer to Marie Bitz-and-Clip, I would. I would be there in a heartbeat. The distance, I suppose, does make it more special because we are like star-crossed lovers, but we're not star-crossed or lovers, but you know what I mean. Excuse me. I miss her so much. We talk all the time. I think about her, like sometimes I'm just in my car and I think about Marie. I just think such warm, loving thoughts to her. I know this sounds really intense, but I feel like Marie is different. She's like a level above. I feel like my soul loves Marie as well as like just my heart loving Marie. She's the kind of person that I will love till the day I die. And I am trying to get back out there. It's just so difficult because it used to just be I would go out with Darcy and go and see her, and her children weren't at school age and Darcy wasn't at school age, but now Darcy's in school, her children in school, the holidays are not the same. She has 3 children, so it's very hard for her to get over here. I have Pearly Girl now, and the thought of taking Pearl on a plane on my own, and I thought, well, we'll go with Liam, but when I go to see Marie, I just want to go and like live at her house for a bit and kind of just sit on the sofa on my laptop and hang out with her, and Liam would just be kind of also on the sofa just like, hey guys, can we go do something? So yeah, we need to work out how to do it, but by hook or by crook, I'm going to go over there soon. When does Christmas start? Now, I know there'll be people that don't agree with this, and usually I try and please everybody and sit on the fence. Not for this one, guys. I'm taking a firm stance. It is November, Christmas has already started. I don't care that it's early. I think Christmas is joy and sparkles and happiness, and why wouldn't you want that as soon as possible? It's already Christmas. Merry Christmas. Same person asked, opinions on pumpkin spice lattes. Okay, I'm going to be controversial twice in a row now. Pumpkin spice lattes, yuck. Oh my god, there, I've said it. I don't like pumpkin, I don't like lattes, I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I can kiss goodbye to all my subscribers now. I've made some bold claims there. I expect that will be in the tabloid press tomorrow. Louise Pentland does not like pumpkin spice lattes and thinks it's Christmas already. I'm prepared for it. I stand by what I've said. Next question, please. Oh, we've gone from a high to this. I just broke up with my boyfriend. Any tips on getting through a breakup? Yes, I do. First of all, I'm sorry that you've just broken up with your boyfriend. He obviously was not the right one for you. My tips are, book up your calendar, so every opportunity you have to go out and see people and do things, do it, even if you don't feel like it. Just get yourself out there to keep yourself busy and distract yourself and remind yourself how fabulous you actually are. fill your fridge with good things, things you like, but also things that will make you feel good on the inside, like veg and fruit, which I know really all you want to do is make yourself a Bailey's milkshake in the NutriBullet with ice cream and biscuits. Not that I've ever done that, of course, but now is the time to like put good things in so that you can put good things out. Good luck, you're gonna be okay. How do you deal with mum guilt? I have my first night away from my baby today and I couldn't stop crying. Mum guilt is pretty awful, I will say. It's like the body confidence demons that kind of whisper in your ear. It serves no real purpose, it's not helpful to you, it's not helpful to your baby or your children, but it is definitely there. I feel it all the time. Every time I go away for work, I feel guilty about it, but I remind myself that number one, they won't remember. Like, there's lots of times that my parents went and did things that they wanted to do. I don't remember and I'm not angry at them for it. Even if they will remember, like Darcy remembers when I go away, I remind myself that I'm doing it for my family. So I'm working because it's my job and I need to earn money for my family, but also I'm working or socializing because I enjoy it, and it's good to enjoy things because it reduces stress and makes you sort of a happy, wholer person, like a wholer person. Is wholer a word? Probably not. So it's good to make time for yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, so try and remind yourself of those things. It's absolutely fine that you had a night away from your baby. I hope you enjoyed it and that the mum guilt didn't get to you too much. I would love to do a whole video on mum guilt actually, so if anybody would like that, let me know in the comments. Have you been able to find a successful work-life balance? I don't know anybody that finds it continually for a long period of time, but at the moment I feel like I've got a decent one. I'm quite protective of weekends now. I used to see weekends as time where I could slot things in if I wanted to, like work-wise. Now I don't. Even if it's a blank weekend and we've got no plans, I don't think, oh well, I've got no plans so I can definitely put that event in there. Excuse me. I just leave it for, well, we'll just have some kind of free family time, that's okay. And also I have one day a week where I don't have any childcare support, and that's my mummy day, just to not feel guilty about, like, I have work guilt as well as mum guilt, so I don't feel guilty that my laptop is over there and it's closed, and then I'm not on my emails. It is actually Tuesday today and I'm filming this while Pearl's having a nap, so I still can get a few little bits done, but I just take the pressure off, and I find taking the pressure off makes life a lot easier. I feel I have better balance when I'm like, this is what's better when I don't have all of this weighing down from on top. So at the moment, good work-life balance. Not a very original question, but what TV shows are you loving at the moment? That is an original question actually, I don't get asked that very often. We are watching Celebrity Hunted at the moment. We watch everything on like catch up and recorded, so I don't know if that's already finished or not, but we're watching that. I've been watching The Accident, which I'm enjoying. I really like police programs, like 24 Hours in Police Custody. I love that when it's on. Teen Mom and Teen Mom 2, I watch those religiously. And then of course on Netflix I watch The Crown and Call the Midwife when I can't get sleep. They're always like good ones to watch of an evening. Oh, and Fleabag, I just like blitzed through 2 series of that and loved it. I thought this would be a really quick video, but I've been talking for ages. Sorry guys. What are your plans for when your children fly the nest? This is such a good question and something that I have thought about a little bit. This is going to sound, every time I tell people this, they just laugh at me basically. But I don't know how long this career will last. I hope that it's got a good few years left in it. But I like to have backup plans aside from kind of the property thing and writing. But I would really like to train to be a midwife because it's just something I would love to do. But also, and this is the one that people laugh at me when I say, I would quite like to train to be a pilot. I really like flying. I'm not afraid of heights. In fact, I really enjoy being up high. I really like planes. So I'm just putting that out there to the universe. A midwife or a pilot? Bet no one was expecting those answers. Are you planning on another book? Would you consider a children's book or series? Yes to both of those things separately, and watch those separate spaces. Wink. Do you have any Christmas videos planned? Yes, I have a list of Christmas content that I would like to shoot. It gets me excited because I love Christmas, but if there's anything specific you would like, do leave it below and I'll pop it on my list. Okay, the video is getting pretty long now and Pearl's going to wake up soon, so I'm going to make this the last question, although there were so many brilliant questions, so thank you so much to everyone who submitted a question. And this one is, have you ever considered giving up YouTube? And I have to say, no. I know that lots of the OG YouTubers don't focus so much on videos anymore because they're doing loads of other amazing projects, but I just really like this a lot. I know that my content has changed and perhaps YouTube isn't quite the same as what it once was when it was at its like real like golden days peak, like hysteria peak, but I like it more now because I feel that it's it feels more comfortable. I feel like YouTube for me is like a comfortable pair of slippers. I know where I am with it. I know the kind of people that are watching. I recognise the name in the comments, some of the names in the comments. I just feel nice here, and it's my home. Feels like this is where I started making videos, and yeah, no, I've got no plans to give it up. And there's been a few times obviously where I've got really cross about things, like I'm just going to delete everything, but I would never actually do that. So no, I've got no plans to give up YouTube. In fact, I intend to be making 2 videos a week, a weekly, so something out and about doing something interesting on a Sunday at 9 AM, and then a sit down chatty video on a Wednesday evening. I also make videos over on Facebook, so I will leave a link to those, and I want to start pushing forward with IGTV videos, and I've got a bit of a series idea there, but I'm taking my time starting. I don't know what's stopping me. I'm feeling a bit weird and nervy about it. I hope you've enjoyed the answers to those questions. If you have a topic you would like me to discuss for next week's sit down midweek video that goes up on Wednesday, let me know because I would love to answer it. Goodness me, it's like I ran out there of just health. Oh gosh, I'm going to finish this video. Thank you for bearing with me whilst I sound so dreadful, and I will see you on Sunday at 9 AM. Thanks for watching. Bye!